What is good people? You are now listening to another episode of At the Plate with Danny Foxworth. I am your humble narrator, Danny Foxworth, and once again, we're joined by an extremely special guest. I first became familiar with this dude from the Black Guy Who Tips. You know, I'd always see his face pop. I always see his name pop up in the chat whenever they would do their live streams and stuff. And it's a pleasure to have him as a guest on the night. So he's ATL to the blood, bones, and chromosomes out here, Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Damien Jackson. Ooh, I am for real.
Yeah, man. What's cracking, man? What's going on with you?
Man, I'm cool, man.
Yeah, man.
So,
well,
go ahead.
I appreciate you having me on, man. Like, you know,
Absolutely.
I'm just a fan of all y'all cats, man. Y'all help a brother through a lot of shit, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
I'm glad I could do my part, man. That means
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we're gonna start from the very beginning. You know, you ATL to the core. So what was it like growing up in Atlanta for you?
Okay, I grew up before Atlanta became Atlanta. Like, you know, I was in there. I grew up in the 80s, man. Like missing and murdered children and all that shit. Like Wayne Williams, all that. Man, I grew up on the west side. I grew up between Bankhead and Martin Luther King. Like, it's the Collier Heights area. Like, I grew up right over there, man. Like, we always neighborhood, you know, nice neighborhood, man. Like, everybody military, working class people. And you got raised by the whole neighborhood. It wasn't just like you do your thing. Nah, man. If you did something bad at school, on the way home, the neighbor got at you. Your parents got at you when you got home. Teacher got at you at school. You know what I mean? Like, it was a neighborhood thing. And it's so much different than what it is now in Atlanta, man. Like, Atlanta's still cool. I love my city, man, but it's different, man. Like, that comes with growth, though. You know what I mean? Like, every city has growth and stuff. You just got to be able to adjust to the growth. And I think we're doing a pretty decent job at it. We got a lot of transplants here. It's fun. You know what I mean? Like, it's just fun watching the city grow.
Man, so talk about your earliest baseball memories.
Okay. My granddad my granddad worked for the Braves in 1966. He was like he started off as an usher.
Wow.
He retired as the head of stadium operations at Turner Field. That's when he retired. So my granddad got all of his family jobs. Like, my second job was at Fulton County Stadium.
Tight.
Like, first I worked at Six Flags. It got too hot. I couldn't deal with just standing on the asphalt and the hot ass. Yeah. But the first job that I really loved was working at Fulton County Stadium.
All right, keep talking.
I started off as an usher. My first day on the job was the day that the Braves got Fred McGriff. And my first day on the job, it was a fire in the press box. Like, I'm 15, 16 years old. It's a fire down there, and I'm excited already because I'm a Braves fan. We got Fred McGriff. So I'm like, yeah, we got Fred McGriff. And it's a fire. Like, I'm upstairs in my section. I was in like section 327, so I could see right down in the press box. And it's smoking. I'm like, hold up, what? So I ain't supposed to be doing that now. It's my first day at work. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
that shit is smoking. I'm like, oh. And, you know, they postponed the game and stuff. And then Fred McGriff came in that game, and he hit a home run to win the game. Like, I mean, come on, man. My first day at work, we got the crime dog. He hit a home run after a fight. Like, that's my guy. That was my guy, man. Like, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's an event.
That was my guy. And growing up, I used to watch the Braves when they had the baby blue uniforms and the Dale Murphys, Bob Horners, Chris Chambliss, Jerry Royster, Rafael Ramirez, all them cats, man. Pascual Perez, 285 Pascual Perez, get lost on the damn highway, you know what I mean? That kind of stuff, man. So we had some bad times, and to be working there during the good times, I couldn't ask for nothing else, man.
Man, and that was actually my first baseball memory was going to my grandparents' house, and I like going there. I'd spend weekends with them sometimes because they had cable. Because where I live, it was so rural, cable wasn't available in our neighborhood
right.
yet. So
right.
When I would go over to their house, especially in the summertime, I mean, it was appointment viewing. We'd all sit in front of that big back Zenith and we'd watch Braves games every night,
Big backs.
05 on TBS. And it
Yeah.
was also during
Yep,
that
man.
same time period. During that same time
I got
period, we
like
were talking about with Bob Horner and Dale Murphy.
mm-hmm.
And Dale Murphy was
like Murph was always my favorite, man. Like he was my favorite baseball player growing up.
yeah.
Like big skinny joker. I used to try to hit like him. I had the same bat stance and all that. Like baseball, my first love. I played baseball when I was like 11. Now, I went to school to play basketball. So if you know what I mean, I got a scholarship to play basketball.
Yeah.
But baseball was always my first love. So like, man, I used to love Dale Murphy, and we I remember it's kind of random, but we signed Nick Assassin like right after he retired, after we traded Murphy. And I'm like, yeah, we got Nick Assassin. We got to be tough. Joker got vertigo, couldn't see no goddamn more. So you know,
I
that was
forgot about
Braves'
Nick
luck back
Assassin.
then. Right. We had Nick Assassin at the end of his career. And, you know, I was excited about that. I'm like, oh, man, they making moves now. All right, Ted Turner, do your thing. You know, Ted Turner about crazy as hell, but it was fun. Yeah, man.
Man, and I remember after watching those Braves games, and I would go outside, and I was just like you. I would, because Dale Murphy was actually my very first favorite player, and I'd get up the next morning and I'd find the biggest tree branch I could find, and I'd be out my grandparents' front yard just emulating his swing.
That knock knee swing.
Yep.
Yeah, man. That's my guy. That was my guy, man. Yeah.
So
how old are you, Danny?
So what?
How old are you?
I'm 43.
Okay. Ooh, I got you by 4 years, man. So you right around the same area. I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Like man, I've seen the ups and downs with all the Atlanta franchises, but the Braves, always my first love, man. Like always.
Right on. So who were some of your other favorite Braves players?
Like that whole Chipper Jones era. I love Chipper, Dale Murphy, Fred McGriff. Man. I used to like Oda B. McDowell, man. Like it's a little random, you know what I mean? Like Oda B. McDowell, Otis Nixon, Dion, like all of them, man. Like that whole era. That's when I was working there. Like I met a lot of them. You know what I mean? Like in the tunnel, walking up to my section and stuff. I met Dion a couple times. He was cool as shit. David Justice, Ron Gant, like all them, that whole era right there. That was me. Tom Glavine, Smokes, like that whole get to the mountaintop but can't quite get over that. That was my squad. That was everybody. That was my whole team. Man. Like that was it. Yeah, I was working there when they won the championship. Like that was my freshman year of college. So I came home. I got to work it. That shit was lovely, man.
Tight.
That shit felt like a monkey climbing off your back. But like all the time I watched them games on the big back TV, you know what I mean, with the big back TV sitting there with my moms and all that shit. Like, I mean, from all them games to being standing there in the stadium when they won the championship. But it was like, oh man, we finally won the championship in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So I kind of feel you on that Texas thing, man. Like I get it. You know what I mean? Like I totally get it.
But I imagine it's even sweeter for you getting to see it in person.
Standing there in the section working, like I'm supposed to be working, but I'm standing there like strike one, strike two. And then he popped that bitch up. I'm like, yeah, oh my God. I'm standing there like I'm at the game, enjoying the game. I'm supposed to be working. Like I wasn't standing there working shit at that point. I'm like, we got a championship. But yeah.
So what were some of your other favorite Braves moments?
Moments. I like that Otis Jason catch. We climbed up on the wall. That I was standing like right up over that shit when it happened. Like I saw a lot of that stuff live. Like that's what was like crazy about that shit.
Yeah.
The Sid Bream slide, that was like 2 years before I started working there, but it was like that Sid Bream slide was tough too. Like that was a tough one. I love that one. And then David Justice home run in the World Series. That was it. That was my favorite moment.
Man, that
Period.
Sid Bream slide. That's forever etched
Man,
in Braves lore.
like I was watching. I'm like, what the fuck you doing? Stop. But then he going. I'm like, hey, he was safe, man. And like it lit up my whole house at the time. Like everybody in the house was like, he just started yelling. Like I'm like, I'm supposed to be asleep. I'm laying in the bed, but I'm watching it. Like, and he slid home. I got up, started yelling. My mama came upstairs. Like it was a celebration, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm telling you, man, it felt like we had a damn monkey was lifted off our back, man. Seriously.
Yeah, man. So, who are some of your favorite non-Braves players?
Got 3. Well, 4. I'll give you 4. Ken Griffey Jr., Barry Bonds, Tony Gwynn, and Randy Johnson. I love Randy Johnson.
Big unit.
I love that cat, boy.
Talk about
I used to love watching him, man. Like he scared the shit out of me. I'm just watching it on TV, man. Like you standing big 6'11" Joker, just letting that thing rip. Yeah.
Yeah, Randy Johnson was a dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember when the fact that he was like 40 and threw a perfect game. Matter of fact, it was in Atlanta.
Against us.
And matter of fact, because Pluto TV's got an MLB channel, and they actually showed that game, I think last Thursday I watched it. And the fact that even the Braves fans realized that they were witnessing greatness and they were cheering him on. I was like, man, that's all right.
40 years old, man. 40.
Yeah.
Like that was amazing.
Throwing a perfect game at 40. That's ridiculous.
And of course, Ken Griffey, like, that was my guy. Like Ken Griffey Jr., and Tony Gwynn, the sweetest swing I ever seen in my life. And then Barry. They hated Barry, so I love Barry. If that makes any sense to you. Right. Like you hate that man all you want to. That man could have hit 800 home runs if he just started juicing early. Shit, y'all shut up with that bullshit.
So now we're going to get into the 5 question segment. So first and last question are the same question I ask every guest to have on here. Questions 2 through 4, 100% random. So question number 1, what were Damien's go-to school lunch items?
Man, tater tots and them little damn pizzas, man. Them pizzas always. The little pieces, and then at my school, they used to sell cinnamon rolls, man. Like some big monster cinnamon rolls about this big, man. And,
okay.
Oh my God. I used to make sure I had $1 every day to go buy me a cinnamon roll. Like they were that good.
Man, that's all right there.
Yes, sir.
Question number 2. What's a food that you hated as a kid, but you now love as an adult?
Brussels sprouts.
Same here.
And I just found it out recently. Like, cause as a kid, I used to eat up like, man, this bitter shit. I can't eat this shit. And then the older you get, people start adding honey to them and bacon. Man, what? Woo. I'll fuck up some Brussels sprouts now.
Yeah, me too. I found a recipe. I think the thing that really sealed the deal with me with actually falling in love with Brussels sprouts later was a recipe that actually my mom gave me. It was like like you roast the Brussels sprouts and then you had a bowl of it was like red vinegar and honey and just mixed it together and then poured it on the Brussels sprouts and then put it back in the oven for about another 10 minutes. Game changer.
Man.
I can eat
cut them in half.
Yep.
You cut them in half to roast them? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I eat Brussels sprouts like they candy at this point.
Right. And when I was a kid, boy, you couldn't pay me to eat that shit. But I love them now.
Either. Question number 3.
Yeah.
What would your walk-up music be?
It's random as shit. But I like the Bus Boys. The boys are back in town.
Really?
Yeah, man. Hey, bro, like
I like it.
I used to hear a lot of shit at or that put me in, coach, I'm ready to play type shit.
Yeah.
I like that kind of shit, man. Like, I mean, when I was working in the stadium, that's all I used to fucking hear, man. Like
that makes sense.
That's all I hear. Or like if I'm on some real shit, like that Scarface, Down with Your Boots On.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
I do.
I like that one there too, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Scarface,
good
my guy, man. That's top 2, and he ain't number 2 to me.
Word. You won't get a disagreement from me. Question number 4. What's a more bizarre image? Adults with baby teeth or babies with adult teeth?
Oh, boy. I think babies with adult teeth, you see a baby with some choppers, boy, that's some scary shit, man. You know how babies be putting shit in their mouth and biting shit? Yeah, I say babies with big choppers and shit. Yeah. See that? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I agree with that answer too. And
yeah, man, that's some scary shit to think about. That's nightmare fuel right there, boy.
Yeah, no kidding. And last question. What was the last thing that really made you laugh?
Man. I coach my I got 2 sons that both of them play basketball. My I got an 8-year-old and a 12-year-old. My 8-year-old, I coach him at his school.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of practice, you got to close out practice by making the free throw. You miss a free throw, you run up and back. There's one kid on the team that kept asking for the ball. Like, let me get the ball so I can shoot. Hold on. Hey, there's one kid on the team. Like, he kept saying, "Can I shoot, coach? Can I shoot, coach?" I said, "Okay, man. You keep interrupting my practice. I'm gonna let you shoot, and if you miss, you're gonna have to run twice." This little cat, bro, I'm telling you, every time down, "Coach, can I shoot?" I said, "All right, hand it to him." He missed the free throw. Team had to run up and down twice.
Mm-hmm.
Last time, it came to the point where the kids were like, "Hey, man, sit your ass down, man. Stop talking about that." That shit had me dying, man. Like, I'm sitting there trying to keep a straight face, and I'm like, but yeah, I mean, it's just that little kind of shit. Now, man, I'm on some dad shit now, man. Like, it's all about them cats, man. Like, they make me laugh all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it, man.
Dope. So is there anything you want to plug or promote? The floor is yours.
Nothing to promote, man. Just I'm gonna keep supporting y'all cats, man. Like, y'all brought me through some tough shit, man. I buried a lot of people in the last couple of years. Like, just having y'all listen to, man, like being back at the barbershop, I'm bald. I ain't got no hair no more. So, shit. I don't go to the barbershop as often as I used to. So it's like y'all listening to y'all is like sitting in the barbershop, man. I love it, man. And anywhere I can support y'all cats, I will. So,
man, greatly appreciate it, man.
That's what it is, man. Hell yeah.
So sure. Where can the people find you on social media?
My old Twitter account got axed because I have, in my older age, I'm out of fucks. I give a fuck anymore. So if somebody say something to me online, I say what I say. But my new is Dame Son of Jack, at Dame Son of Jack on Twitter. That's it. And that's it, man.
Word, man. That's it. Great chopping it up with you, man. Seriously.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. Like I said, man, support y'all anywhere I can. I'm gonna continue to do it, and I'm gonna stay. Y'all stay down, man. That's it, bro.
Greatly appreciate it.
Yes, and sir.
Make sure you like, download, and subscribe to At the Plate with Danny Foxworth. You can check me out on YouTube, my YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to that. Is at Danny Foxworth 843. You can find all my videos of all my episodes of At the Plate and also my other podcasts since we last spoke. And for Damien and myself, this has been another episode of At the Plate. And until next time, y'all be good. 3 strikes. Peace up. A-Town
down, baby. All right, wow.